Hello, happy Friday, and welcome back to another Arkham Horror live stream. Thank you for pointing out that I have horrible spelling skills, so I have already fixed the title, so it is Blood on the Altar, not Blood on the Altier. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. I'm only good for one intro joke per scenario, and I already used my smoke on the water joke last time, so you need to win already. How's everyone doing? So I just really wanted to see what Duke 5 looks like. Yep, so Duke 5 is right here. We've also added a Duke counter. This is like weird for me. Duke counter right here. So now we can count along to how many Dukes that we have. Last time in the Dunwich Legacy, we have, it was a dream. And so, okay, so we had some fun on the Discord this last week. So Duke counter. Yep. So we'll give you live updates on how Duke is doing. So it'll be updated live. So yeah, we had some fun on the Discord. So Maddie Kai, I'm not quite sure how Maddie K. I hope we can go up to 4 digits. Ow, you have that little faith in me? That hurts. That hurts. I never dreamed we'd need a Duke counter. Yep. It's there. I figured that, it's easier to just keep there. Just okay. Okay, so the Diamond's Edge. Okay, I was wondering, I meant to ask if there was a discrepancy in the Twitch name versus the Discord name. So it's K or K. Okay, so Maddie wrote a poem or a rap. The Diamond's Edge wrote a poem that I think K. Okay, K sounds good. I think that hey boss here, how you doing? I think that we need to read that. I mean, it like we were talking about reading it just when we lost Duke again, but it's so good, and I don't plan on losing Duke tonight. So what's the chat thing? Should we just go ahead and read it out, or should we wait until we lose Duke again? So if you're joining for the first time, or you weren't able to catch last week's stream, I had a pretty rough go of it. We lost Duke forever, and so what we decided to do was to go ahead and replay the scenario, and Josh is already beatboxing. The Diamond's Edge. The problem is that I'll need to update the poem after whatever happens here. That's true. Let's go. Let's read the poem. Okay. So I want to say that you prefaced this, Duke. Yeah. I want to say that you prefaced this with ready for some cringe poetry, and I would like to disagree with that, because this is incredible. Alrighty, so the ballad begins for Ashcan Pete with a request from a professor who's feeling the heat. He thinks his colleagues' disappearances are no fluke, so our lad investigates the club with his good boy Duke. He also explores the university called Miskatonic, a hobo on Ivy League grounds. How ironic. But just when our hero thinks he's been beat, he recruits a football star who's also named Pete. With no luck in either, the next stop's a museum, which includes a scary snake monster in a mausoleum. Ashcan was so close to nabbing the Necronomicon, but when he pulled out the autofail, the chances of that were gone. The next step was then to travel by train, which runs through a town sleepy named Dunwich. There were emergent monstrosities and cultists galore, but they were no problem. Duke's combat scores 4. Upon arrival in Dunwich, Pete found accommodations from an accommodating Watley, who gives good summations about the town and its history, the good and the bad. But what's that? Duke has been had. Yes, dear reader, there's a card called Kidnapped, which does what it says if your token's drawing's effed. Duke is now meeting with Yogg-Sothoth. He has a better chance of surviving the Battle of Hoth. So what will Ashcan do with his loyal pal doomed? Will he press on, or is his psyche marooned? Oh wait, false alarm, it was just a nightmare. I'm happy to report that Duke is still here. And just, it was beautiful. I like read that so many times. I just like could not stop reading it because it was just incredible. So that was the summary of what has gotten us here, including the nightmare that was last week's session. And so we're replaying that session. So I am excited to go into it and see what is happening next in the Dunwich Legacy. It was incredible. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Diamond's Edge. So I still need this. That was a legendary moment in the history of this channel. I was so happy. I could not believe that had happened. So thank you. Alrighty, let's dive into it. I'm gonna go ahead and reread the. Wow, sorry, I just had the first sip of this whiskey, which is it's a small batch chocolate rye, and it is not good. So that's unfortunate. Good thing I have my Diet Dr. Pepper, so we'll be good. Okay, so since we are redoing this, we're just gonna go ahead and reread the intros and everything so that we get a good feel of where we're at in the story. So, scenario 4, Blood on the Altar. When you finally reach Dunwich, you are greeted by Zebulon Whatley and Earl Sawyer, another man from the village who has met with Dr. Armitage during his incident several months ago. Things ain't looking too good here, Earl tells you. Some folk up went and missing a few nights ago. Dim whippoorwills won't shut up. Stupid birds. I hate those birds. Oh my gosh, we have to deal with those birds. You had me at small batch, right? And lost me at chocolate. Yeah, it was one of those just like it's like very, it's the half 375 milliliter bottles that my wife picked up on her travels. And so okay, so them whippoorwills won't shut up. Don't know what you're doing here, but last time you Arkham folk came around, it was bad news, very bad news. His eyes blink rapidly and he coughs and looks away. Look, why don't you rest for the night and look for whatever you're looking for tomorrow? Zebulon chimes in, putting a wrinkled hand on your shoulder. You begin to protest, but your aching muscles and weary mind won't allow you to refuse. The elderly man offers to take you in for the night and drives you to his home in the outskirts of Dunwich Village. The town is disheveled and eerie, and you find yourself wishing you hadn't come here at all. You fall asleep on the ride over and scarcely remember anything else from the night. When you awaken, you find that Zebulon's house is abandoned and there's no sign of the elderly man or of Mr. Sawyer. Fearing the worst, you head into the village of Dunwich to investigate, hoping to find answers. Excellent. Oh, yeah, so we still have to set up. So one of the things that I'm really excited about with this replay, and I feel weird saying this because then if I go and screw it up, then it doesn't matter. So clearly the FFG story writers don't have that Medicaid flow. Yeah, that is very true. Yep. So true. So this is the second scenario that I have ever played multiple times. So I guess that's technically not true. I played through Night of the Zealot one time all the way through, but I didn't remember anything that had happened before I played through it again. And so I played through The Gathering multiple times, just gonna get an understanding of the rules, and everything else has been blind. And so knowing what is coming up, knowing what can happen, I think will alter my gameplay a little bit, which one, I'm really excited for replay throughs now. Those are going to be really fun, trying to optimize everything. But two, I'm hoping that it leads to better success. We'll see though. I guess, I say that now and I need to deliver on that. So we'll see. I just know that I need more than 2 health and or sanity at the end of the, when I find the hidden room, or else I am in a lot of trouble. So gather all the cards. We built the deck, put the village commons into play. Each investigator begins there, which I forgot my little token thing. I need to go grab that. One sec. Josh says it makes a huge difference in this game compared to others. It really does. I really am liking and enjoying running through blind. I mean, I think it tells a fun story, but knowing what happens and what can come up, it changes all of my decisions. It's fun playing blind. Yep. He just disappeared into the ether. Boom. Magic. Alrighty, so we're starting at the Village Commons. We're gonna take one. I shuffled these earlier, but we're gonna take one of each one of these other locations, shuffle it up, choose a random one. Also, I need to be aware of one-sided paths. So that is something that I messed up last week that was pointed out to me on YouTube, which again, if you're not following me on YouTube and you miss some of these, they are all uploaded to YouTube after the fact. So you're not out of luck. You can find them. But there are one-sided paths, and I need to make sure that when I'm placing my markers out here that I'm following those rules, because I did mess that up last time, which I don't know. It probably wouldn't have changed the game. I probably still would not have done great, but just to be safe. Okay, so we have the 6 locations. We're going to shuffle these and remove one of them from one of them randomly. I don't have a dice, so we'll just shuffle and take the top. Okay, so no burned ruins. Okay, so we got House in the Reeds, the General Store, Bishop's Brook. I'm gonna probably do something like this. Yep, we're still on screen. Got the schoolhouse and the Congregational Church. Alrighty, so this is how. See, this is where I need to be careful, right? So this goes here. This goes here. Am I still on screen? Yeah. Okay, cool. This goes. We don't have circle. Wait. Oh yeah, there it is. Duh. That goes there. This does not go back here. So this is a one-sided. This does and this does. So I think that is what I messed up last time, is that I had this as a two-sided, but it's not. It's a one-sided. Yep. Okay, so this is a one-sided here. So I cannot go this way, but I can come this way. So that's kind of interesting. And then we've got a two-sider here. I'll bring this down. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Two-sider there. We are connected here, two-sider. We're here, two-sider. And Bishop's Brook is connected both here and there. Excellent. And Bishop's Brook is not connected to the Congregational Church. So we have a little bit of... The map is a little bit more difficult to navigate. Last time we were just kind of going around in a circle and a clock, and we have to be careful about that. Wobble Wibble. Does anyone else question whether or not Nelson that returns from the ether is not the same one? Yeah, we should have a Nelson counter up here. We're up to 12. I love that Duke doesn't die if he takes too much damage, or Horror just runs away, but the Duke counter's a nice running gag. Yeah, yeah. He only actually died when he got kidnapped. You mean in my nightmare? Alrighty, so we built the potential sacrifices. You can see that it is very Duke free at this moment, so that's going to be the deck right over here. We've got Silas Bishop, Hidden Chamber, Key to the Chamber, all over here. We were not delayed. Shuffle the remainder. Bannon Gang don't like us, so they're in there. And then we're going to take the Hidden Chamber, Key, and then the top 3. I'm going to shuffle this just to be safe, to put under all of these. This is the parallel Nelson. This is the one who's played this game now. So the real Nelson hasn't played the scenarios, but the parallel Nelson has. So that's the difference here. Alrighty. Okay, so how's everyone's Friday going? We having any exciting plans for the weekend? I'm my wife is from Cincinnati, so we're going there to watch the Super Bowl this weekend. So that'll be kind of fun. Looking forward to that. But hopefully it's not going to snow or rain too much. But you never know here in the Midwest. Alrighty, so we're going to take these. We're going to shuffle them. We're going to shuffle them up. We're going to shuffle them up good. Excellent. Okay. And we will... I'm really hoping that it doesn't take me until the last one to find the key in the hidden door this time. I'm looking forward to that. Also, new investigator board. I don't actually know how well it shows up, but now it's green. So I got a green investigator board from By the Same Token, which it also came with, or not came with, but I also bought some ready exhaust tokens for Marvel and tower defense and ammo counters for War Machine. So those are coming in. I did buy the exciting new chaos tokens for this, but those are not here yet. But I'm excited to play with those because those look pretty cool. Okay, so one of the things that I'm thinking about when I'm playing this game at this point, or this scenario at this point, is that I need to make sure that I have another ally on the table just in case we do flip a kidnapped, or I have a way to overcome kidnapped, because I really cannot afford to have Duke be kidnapped. So either that's Peter, Armitage, but I need someone on the table for that, which we didn't get. So I'm going to keep Fire Axe because I know I'm going to have to do damage at some point. I'm going to keep Magnifying Glass. I think that's good. Perception, we're going to mulligan a Rabbit's Foot and Unexpected Courage. There's a Scavenging and an Overpower. Okay, not quite. Still don't have that ally, but hopefully they come into play pretty soon, or else I'm hopefully. I just really want Peter. Okay, so I guess we will just start with doing a 1 to play Magnifying Glass. So that's a fast action, so we don't have to use an action for that. I'm going to spend 1 more for a Fire Axe, and then we'll spend 1 for a Scavenging. Okay, and we will investigate. We'll go down here to Bishop's Brook to invest. Oh wait, hold on. We need to flip up the commons so we can resign here if we want. So we're going to use Duke to investigate Bishop's Brook. So we'll flip this up. Duke, there are 2 clues here. Duke's investigating with a 4. If there's an investigator at Bishop Brook, other investigators cannot enter Bishop's Brook. So this is one of the alternate ones. This is not the one that we played with last time, so that's pretty exciting. So it has a Shroud of 3. It has 2 tokens, and then if there are no clues here, we can draw the encounter card. So we've got 4, 5 to 3. I'm going to go ahead and Perception. We're going to go this way. Duke's investigating. Yep. Duke's investigating at 5 because of Magnifying Glass. So 4, 5. Perception is 7. Chaos Bag. 7 to 3. Mine is 3, so we pass. Whew. So we get that clue, and we get to draw a card from Perception. So we got a Rabbit's Foot. We did not... Well, we don't have any items in our discard pile anyways, so we can't activate that, but... or activate Scavenging, but... Okay. I'm pretty happy with that first turn. Okay, so enemy phase, there are no enemies. So we will go ahead and reset. We will draw. There's Dark Horse. That's exciting. And I have three resources. Excellent. And top of the round. So top of the round, we'll place 1 here. Let's go ahead and read these just to get in the mood. So, strange disappearances. Your welcome in Dunwich has been cold. A string of disappearances have left the already aloof townsfolk on edge. Most of them look at you with distrust, and a few are willing to help in your investigation. Who knows what will happen if you don't find the location of the missing townfolk soon? So this has a threshold of 6. And then our act, searching for answers. The disappearances in town may be related to the events in Arkham. You suspect that something awful is afoot. You must find where the missing townsfolk are being held in order to unveil the conspiracy. When investigators enters the hidden chamber, advance. So in order to do that, we need to go through, find the hidden key and then the chamber, and then enter it. So it could be a little bit of time from now. Okay. Encounter card. Kidnapped. No. No. Uh-oh. 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 Oh, guys. Okay, well, test 4. No, I'm gonna test evade. Evade 4. I have 3 here. You can go 4, 5 to 4, 6 to 4. 6 to 4. I'm gonna toss a rabbit's foot for 7 to 4. You can use Scrapper to use your foot score. Yeah. Oh, cool. Good call. Hello, Duke 6 on the counter. No, not yet. We're going 7 to 4. We're going to reach in here, grab the skull, which is -1 for each location in play without an encounter card, which is 0. So it's -0. So we pass and kidnap. At least we have 1 kidnapped out of the deck already. That does kind of mess with our start. So I'm not super thrilled about that, but much easier to not lose Duke at this early in the game. So, oh man, shoot. Whew. Okay. -1 since this. Oh yeah, you're right. Thank you. So -1, still a pass. Okay. Whew. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, that was very close already. Yeah, this wasn't really Nelson anyways. Okay, so we have 3 actions. I think I'm going to go 1, 2. And then I'm going to investigate with Duke for 5 to 3. The reason I'm doing this is I'll then have enough money to put Dark Horse back on the table next turn. So 5 to 3 on the investigate. Hopefully nothing bad. 5 to 3, -2, we pass, we get the clue. So next turn we can go ahead. I'm not going to do it now because I want to be set up in case it is something bad. But next turn we can do it. Okay. Whew. No enemies in play, so we'll go straight to readying. We will gain a resource and draw a card. There's Peter. Oh, well, now that's an interesting predicament. We got Peter or Dark Horse. Who should we put on the table, assuming that we get to keep all of our resources and can play one of them? Do we like Peter or Dark Horse? I think I may like Peter. We can get Dark Horse later. Top of the round, we're going to place 1 here on Strange Disappearances. Then we will figure out our cards, sorted and silent. Attach this to my location. At the end of the round, each investigator in the attached location takes 1 horror. When the agenda advances, discard sorted and silent. So, okay. Small town feel my ass. Yeah, that's right. Very, very true. Um. Okay, so on my turn, we're gonna go ahead. I think we put Peter down. Like, I think my willpower sitting here at 4 is a pretty big detriment, and plus I really want this +1 brain just for the rest of the game. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. Plus, if I do fail, I can toss him to be kidnapped, and that'll be fine. We're gonna move some of this up. I'm still trying to figure out how my layout is with Arkham. Okay, cool. Let's go ahead and, so that was 1. Let's go ahead and reveal this. So it's a mobster. So after the mobster attacks you, lose 1 resource. Okay. We will... We're going to evade him. He's not going to come after me. I have no reason to ever go back to Bishop's Brook, so we're just going to evade him and let him go. That feels like something Earth 517 Nelson would do. It's true. Peter's useful while saving up for that dark horse, and not vice versa. Very good point. Very good point. Okay, so let's try and evade him. So we're going to go with a evade value of 4 to his 2. And I think... Yeah. 4 to his 2. Or no, actually I may attack him. If we attack, it's gonna be 4 to 2, and I could kill. No, I'm gonna try and evade. Because I want to use Duke to investigate. So 4 to 2. -1. So we evade the mobster. And then I'm going to, for my third action, use Duke to hop up here to investigate Osborne's general store. Okay, so you cannot gain resources while you are in Osborne General Store. Oh, resources. I was like, I thought it said clues at first. I was like, that doesn't make any sense at all. Okay, so if there are no clues here, draw the encounter card underneath Osborne General Store. It has a Shroud of 2, 1 clue. So we're going 5 to 2. I sense a Duke and Morty reference. Excellent. Okay, so 5 to 2. Let's see what we got. It's a cultist -2 if we fail, add 1 clue to the token pool. So 5 to 2 we pass, and so we'll go ahead and get this. We didn't investigate by 2 or more, so we don't get the rabbit's foot. But okay. So that was my 3 actions. I'm not going to draw that card just to be safe. Never seen it actually. I like how you changed Rick to Duke though. Yeah. Okay, so nothing happens here. So we'll unexhaust everything. Bishop's Brook is going to be like the least friendly part of town. So we're just going to leave those there and never talk about it ever again. We get to draw a card, which is lucky. That's good. And we don't get to draw a resource because we're in Osborne's General Store. Whew. Okay, so top of the round, we are going to add 1 Doom over here to the agenda. Rick and Morty is a mind bender. Check out 1 at the least. A general store preventing you from getting stuff. Isn't that contradictory to their business model? Maybe like getting resources while you're at the general store like is like themed as stealing. That's what I'm going with. That's what I'm thinking it is. Okay, so yep, 1 there. So we're at 3 out of 6. And flip up. We got Servant of Many Mouths. Spawn at any empty location. It has Retaliate. And then after you defeat Servant of Many Mouths, discover 1 clue at any location. Okay. We're gonna put him right back here in the Village Commons. So we'll be able to get back if we need to, and we can grab a clue that may be hard to find, or spending your cash on a bag of good Skittles or something. Yeah, that is true. I could go for some Skittles right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what this encounter card is. Hey, we got the key to the chamber. Excellent. Okay, so we are halfway there. We're gonna just set that right there. So we got the key to the chamber. Okay. We will investigate with Duke, hopping up to the schoolhouse. Ooh, it's a Shroud of 4. You cannot discover clues here except by investigating. Oh no! If there are no clues here, draw the encounter. And it's Shroud of 4 with 1 clue. That's a very sketchy schoolhouse. Wow. Okay. Okay. So we're going 5 to 4. I guess we'll see what happens. I really don't want to draw a cultist. Throw my clue back on there. Found a rock near the school. It's a schoolhouse rock. Favorite candy chat. Mine's Reese's Pieces. Ooh. You know, I used to always say Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. I think I'm kind of growing out of that. I love Reese's Pieces are good. I really like the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup with the pretzels in them. I don't know if you all have had that. Those are really good. Those are really, really good. So yeah, I like those, but I also like what is it? The Snickers. I like Snickers. Schoolhouse Rock. Okay, so 5 to 4. Let's see if we can get anything good. Hey, +2 and Ready Duke. Wow, that's what we call a good pull right there. Excellent. Okay, so we actually succeed here, and we have Duke ready, and we have 2 more actions. I honestly was not expecting that. Let's go ahead and take a look at what this is. It's Ancient Evils. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda, so we're up to 4. Okay. Oh, the M&Ms with peanut butter. Yes. So Reese's Pieces, but there's like more peanut butter than there are in Reese's Pieces. Yes, 100%. You can scavenge to get back the rabbit's foot since you succeeded in that way. Yes, thank you. Rabbit's foot, thank you. Oh, sweet. Okay. Cool. So we got 2 more actions to go. Got 2 more actions. I'm wondering if we slow down slightly and start building a little bit. Like, I want to get Dark Horse onto the table before we start any fighting with Silas. I probably want to save Lucky for that, so I will need a resource for Lucky, which is kind of weird. I want Rabbit's Foot on the table because I expect to be failing some. Interesting. Okay, so Silas, if I recall right, had a attack value or a combat value of 3 with 6 health points per investigator. So I effectively need to attack him 3 times, like, because Fire Axe and Duke will deal 1 extra damage. Duke goes with 4. With Dark Horse, that's 5 to 3. I don't love it. I do have an Overpower that goes. We're gonna build a little bit. Do we take some resources on work on getting Dark House? That's exactly what I'm thinking. So we're gonna take 2 resources for my next 2 actions. I like it. I love the confirmation. Let's do it. Sweet. Okay. So enemy phase, nothing's moving. We've got to ready everything. Draw a card first. Hey, it's another Lucky. Okay. And then get a resource. Okay. Okay. So top of the round, we're going to place 1 here. So we're 1 away from advancing. So we're at 5 out of 6 there. So we're 1 away from advancing, which we'll have someone be kidnapped. But I think that's almost inevitable. They're not going to be able to finish this in 6 rounds. Then we'll take an encounter card. Hopefully it's not too bad. Rotting Remains. Test 3 horror for each point you fail. Take 1. Test 3 brain for each point you fail. You take 1 horror. So we are sitting at 4, 5 horror or 5 brain to 3. Plus 2. There's the star again. Sweet. Okay. We're going to spend 3 to put Dark Horse onto the table. I'm gonna go there. I don't know how you did that, but I love that star in the chat. That's awesome. That is so cool. I didn't even know you could do that. That's so cool. Nice. That's exciting. Okay. So that's 1 to put Dark Horse on the table. We are going to try to figure out if I want to throw Rabbit's Foot down, or just power through and start investigating a little bit more. You don't have to play Rabbit's Foot though, although that's fine. You can use it as fodder to reset Duke and keep recurring it via scavenging its standard Ashcan Pete engine. Okay, I really like that. It's a sub emote from another channel. That's cool. That's really cool. Nice. Need a red token emote though. Okay, I will figure out what that means and implement it somehow. So pretty much I need to go through and like understand Twitch a little bit more, because pretty much all I know at this point is that I hit go live and then it starts, and people have way too many points to make me drink a lot. That's all I know about Twitch. But okay, so I do like holding on to Rabbit's Foot using that engine. So in that case, we're going to investigate with Duke. Take hop over here to House in the Reeds. After House in the Reeds is revealed, search the encounter deck for a Night Gaunt enemy and spawn it in the village common. Shuffle the encounter deck. If there are no clues here, draw it. And it's a 1/1. I don't know, like that seems too good or too easy for Night Gaunt not to be just horrible. Hunting Night Gaunt. I'm just making sure that's the only one. There's another Hunting Night Gaunt. Okay, well that's fun. Hunting Night Gaunt. Hunter, while attempting to evade it, you double. Okay, so we need to, yeah. He's gonna come find us. Okay, so now we're testing with 4, 5, 6 to 1. So we'll go ahead and draw. And we've got a skull, which is -1, max 4. So we pass even if it is max, but it is 1, 2, 3, 4. So it is -4. So we'll pass and we'll get to take this resource. So that was play Dark Horse, investigate. So we still have an action. Let's see what we got. Whippoorwill. Dang it, it's aloof. Okay, so each investigator at Whippoorwill's location gets -1 everything, and it follows me. I hate birds. I hate these birds. Whew. Okay, we're gonna draw a card. Overpower. Sweet. Okay. So those are my 3. Okay. So during the enemy phase, he's gonna hunt up this way. Damn birds. Right. I think I was thinking about this a lot this last weekend. I think I spend the 2 actions to kill it. Like I think it's spend the 2 actions to kill it, and then this is our hidden chamber, right? So we know where that is, so we can come down and start investigating here. Probably kill off the night gaunt so that we're not engaged with both of those at the same time. Okay. So yep. So moved. He's staying here because he's with us, but he's aloof, so he's not going to engage us. We get to ready all of our cards. We get to draw a card, which is Unexpected Courage. So we've got a lot of skills in our hand, which is pretty nice. So we're going to be able to hopefully do some damage. I am going to take a resource, mainly because I have a lucky. So that's going to help. That's a +2 rather than just a +1 if I take the resource. So, well, I don't know if I want to do that. Yeah, I am. I love being a nerd. Spend all day thinking about Whippoorwill strat. Yes. How do I like Arkham Solo? I enjoy it. I think that it suffers significantly more than all of the other LCGs playing solo. That there isn't enough balancing for higher player count or for lower player counts because the map doesn't change sizes, right? You need a way to get around the map, and I think that's really hard just in a solo play. So that's my issue with it. That being said, I still really love playing it, right? Like it's very fun. So just kind of thinking about it. But Demon's Edge, honestly, other characters Hammer or Whipple was better than Ash Stampede, especially those who engage enemies for free. Oh, I didn't realize that there were characters. Actually, is there one in the core that can engage for free? Is it Zoe? Can't she do something like that? But yeah. I think going forward, I know Jason and I are going to be playing I think Edge of the Earth. I think we're going to be whipping that out, playing 2-player. I think that this game probably will shine at 2-player. I've only ever played it 1 and 4-player. 4-player, I do not recommend. There was just, well, if you have 4 people that know how to play the game, I think that may be okay. But we were playing 4 players with 3 people who didn't really understand the game and over TTS. And so it was so slow. The gathering took us like 4.5 hours, and it was just too long. 2-handed solo is your default. Yep, and that's why I got another one of these. So I need to figure out. I'm gonna run out of room. I'll probably like zoom out. So like, I don't know if people have realized this, but I'm pretty particular with how things are laid out and how things look. So I'll just probably have to zoom out. We'll get more of the table, but we'll be able to fit two investigators on here because I probably will start playing 2-handed for Arkham. Okay, so top of the round, place 1 Doom, which causes us to advance. Whippoorwills gather along the gamble roofs of Dunwich and begin to shriek in jubilation. The people of Dunwich believe that the presence of the Whippoorwills foreshadows someone imminent death. Do they long for your death, or is it the victim someone else? There are 3 or more potential sacrifices. Choose one of them at random and place it underneath the agenda without looking at it. Okay, so here we go. So this may sound weird, but I think that Arkham Horror out of the 3 may be my favorite to play and experience. I think that the experience of this game is absolutely incredible. I think I like the other 2 better, but what I like about that is theory crafting and understanding and building the decks and all of that. So they each have their strengths, which is what I really like. We need an encounter card. Oh, it's kidnapped. Oh boy. Okay, so we're testing a 4 brain. So we've got 4, 5, and we have a lucky if we need it. 5. I'm going to toss an unexpected courage to go 7 to 4, and we'll see what we got. 7 to 4. We pulled -1 for each location, so we do fail because we have -4. But I'm going to spend 1 resource to play a lucky to give +2, so we do pass, and we get to draw a card. So I guess like question on timing: do I get, if I spend the resource to play lucky, does that automatically trigger Dark Horse, so I get like +3 for lucky, or is it still just a +2? Like I'm yes, cool, okay, well that makes lucky a lot better, so 50% better if I have 1 resource. Okay, so nobody's kidnapped, that's good. Okay, so we're going to spend 1 action to engage the Whippoorwill. So, and we failed by 2 technically, but we still are able to play lucky and get the +3. So we still succeed. Let me recheck. Okay, yes. Either way, in this case, we're fine, but just for future, it messes with the math. Okay, so now we've got the Whippoorwill. We are going to attack with Duke for 4, 5 to 2. We're gonna pull a token, which is -2, so that kills the Whippoorwill. We're gonna toss the Rabbit's Foot to ready Mr. Duke. So we're at 2 actions, and then we're gonna investigate the church with Duke. Action: choose and discard a card from your hand to gain 2 resources. Okay. And this has 1 resource on it. And we're investigating for 4, 5, 6 to 2. -1. So we get the clue. Alrighty. I don't quite remember if there's any when revealed text on the card. I don't think that there is, but we'll go ahead and just reveal it. Yeah, so put the hidden chamber into play. It's connected to here. Oh, oops. Oh yeah, no, this is one-sided. And we have the key, so we can enter. But we're out of actions, but we'll get there next turn. You can reoccur Rabbit's Foot again. Hey, oh, nice, yeah. Cool, yeah. Thank you. I will never remember that, so I appreciate it. Yes, confirming the fact you do get the Dark Horse action if you play. That's so cool. That is awesome. That is really exciting. So it is always worth it for me to take this, the resource, if I have 0. Thank you again for for the reminder on scavenging. Okay, sweet. Okay, so where are we at? So that was 3 actions. So monster, this guy comes over. We're ready. We're going to draw a card, which is Dr. Henry, which he's going to stay in our hand. He's going to be used for some skill test. because he's 2 wilds. That's pretty nice. And then I can see why. I don't remember what the card is. It's the level 3 basic card, like charisma, that gives you an extra ally slot. That card seems really good. Like, just looking at this, because if you put Armitage down, right, you have 2 more health, 2 more sanity. Like that, just from that fact alone. Plus, you get all the abilities, and I'm sure that there's better allies to throw out there. But that seems like a really good card now that I'm just thinking about it more. Alrighty, so we never read this, but as the sun sets, the frightened townsfolk retreat into their homes and lock their doors. It is clear to you that many of them know more than they are letting on. A sickening feeling turns over in your stomach as the village's true nature becomes clear. Dun, dun, dun. Okay. So at the top of the round, we're going to place 1 Doom on the agenda. And we're going to take this encounter card, Psycho Pump's Song, Surge, and Peril. Add this song to any investigator's area. When you would take 1 or more damage, take 2 additional damage and discard that card. That's annoying. Oof. Wow. Okay. And then we got O'Bannon's Thug. So while this thug is engaged with you, you cannot gain resources. Gross. Okay. So okay, so it's my turn. I think I'm going to evade. I'm going to evade the O'Bannon Thug. So evade of 2, I have 3, 4 to 2, and I have the ability to play lucky if need be. So 4 to 2. We'll go ahead and draw a -4. Ooh. So 4 to 2, -4. We'll go ahead and play the lucky. So that gives me +3. So we successfully evade and get to draw a card. It's Dark Horse, which we don't need. But he is now exhausted up here. So that's 1 action. My second action, I'm going to hop into here. Searching for answers. Okay. You find your way into the hidden chamber where you believe the missing folk are being held, but the horror that confronts you there fray the edges of your sanity. Bound by chains in a secluded corner of the room is an unspeakable creature with the face of a man. It wheezes and wrestles to free itself as it notices your entrance. The many mouths covering the creature's body are covered in blood and gristles of meat, as though it were feeding recently. What a hideous croak, the creature speaks with 7 mouths. Seh, seh, seh. It lurches forward as though to grab you, and several of its chains snap. Reveal each unrevealed location, which is none. Move all clues in play, including those on each investigator, to the hidden chamber, and then spawn the set-aside Silas Bishop in the empty hidden chamber. Okay. So this now has 3, 6. Chamber of the Beast. The pitiful beast lunges to grab you with slimy arms and many jaws snapping in hunger. Killing it would be merciful, but perhaps there's something else to discover about this creature. If Silas Bishop is defeated, resolution 1. If there are no clues in the hidden chamber, advance. So I think I'm going to have a very hard time getting 6 clues. So I think we go for the kill. So where is Silas? He's right here. I think we go for the kill. Okay. Whew. Big boss man. Okay, so we're going to attack with Duke. So this is going to attack with 4, 5. And we're going to go 6, 7 with overpower. So 7 to 3. And if we succeed, we get to deal 2 extra damage. What is that? -2. If you're hitting the hidden chamber, reveal another token. So now we're at 5 to 3, and we're revealing a -4, so we fail. Bummer. Okay, well, that's too bad. Okay. So during the monster phase, Hunter's gonna hunt, and we're gonna we'll do the sanity first. So we're gonna go 1, 2 on Peter, and we're gonna take 4 damage because of this. So 4 damage. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a lot of damage. Alrighty. Okay. We're ready. We will get to draw guts. Okay, that's nice to have. I'm not going to take a resource. Don't need it. And we're at the top of the round. So we are going to put a token there, and let's see what we draw. Oh no, it's another song. Okay, well, whew. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, it's gonna be one poor Duke. Hopefully win. You could get a resource just to trigger lucky. I don't have lucky anymore. I had to pay for both. I had to use them both, unfortunately. Ooh, okay. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna attack with Duke. So 4, 5. And we're gonna go 6, 7 with overpower. So 7 to 3. -3. If we fail, place 1 doom on the agenda, which we don't. So that deals 2 damage. We're going to toss a dark horse to ready Mr. Duke. And then we're going to attack with Duke for 5. We're going to toss Armitage for 6, 7. Seven to 3. I'm going to draw a 0, so that's 2 more damage. And then we are going to, that's only once per round, so we cannot trigger that again. So we are going to attack with the fire axe. So we're attacking for, I probably should have saved one of these. Oh, I need to draw a card from Overpower. Flashlight, that does not help. Okay, so do we have to assign damage before horror? Okay, so we're going to attack with 2, 3 Rabbit's Foot for 4. I definitely should have saved Armitage for this one. So 4 plus a token. Let's see what it is. -1. There we go. That's 3. Dealing 1 extra damage because we have no resources. Killing Silas Bishop. Boom. Much better. Much better than last week. Woo! Damage and horror dealt simultaneously. You can kill an ally with both. Okay. That was basically what I was asking. Can I kill? Like, can I do 1 and 1 on Peter? Okay. Oh, that was exciting. That was awesome. That was really cool. Okay, so we didn't get more clues about the monster, but honestly, these people of Dunwich are kind of not the nicest people, so they can kind of figure out their own stuff as far as I'm concerned. But resolution 1. We have resolution 1. Let's see what that happens. And that last attack, or this attack here last round, I think was the only damage I took. Yeah, that was the only attack. No action on the Duke count this night. Yeah, we don't want the Duke count to be more than the number of scenarios. That would just be bad. Ooh, that was fun. That was exciting. Okay, resolution 1. As you land the finishing blow, the creature's body explodes into 100 of squirming rope-like appendages, wriggling across the ground and climbing up the walls. This is disgusting. You are so startled that you aren't fast enough to prevent them from escaping the room. Even so, whatever that creature was, you're glad it's now dead. It doesn't sound like it was dead. It sounds like it was very much alive. In your campaign log, record that the investigators put Silas Bishop out of his misery. In your campaign log, under Sacrifice to Yogg-Sothoth, record the names of each unique card that is underneath the agenda deck. Each of those cards are removed from all players' decks and can no longer be included in any player's deck for the remainder of the campaign. So, let's see who we got. It was Professor Warren Rice. Poor Warren Rice. If an investigator with the Necronomicon in his or her deck was defeated, which we never got that. We didn't care about that. F. Each investigator earns victory experience equal to victory X in the victory display. So actually, we did get 2 from Silas. So I'll go ahead and mark that as 2. We didn't get that. There was no other victory in play. So total of 4. Computer just died. Hopefully that doesn't mess. You got a lot of reading head. Okay, good. Okay. Proceed to Interlude 2, the survivors. Okay, so we have four experience to deal with. Okay, and Interlude 2, the survivors. Okay, let's get ready for some reading. Okay. Inside the chamber that contained the terrible beast, you find the missing townsfolk and others from Arkham. They are bound and shackled. You also find several documents that suggest the creature you found isn't the only one of its kind in Dunwich. That's not good. Man, Dunwich sucks. You free the creature's victims from their bonds, and they offer you their thanks. You begin to plan for your next move. Check the campaign log. For each of the following 5 characters who are not listed under Sacrifice to Yogg-Sothoth, read their associated passage. Man, we should have killed more people. That would be way less reading. Just kidding. When you are done, proceed to scenario 5, undiminished and unseen. Dr. Henry Armitage. It is far worse than we had thought, Dr. Armitage says, pale and trembling. Wilbert Watley was only the beginning. There are many more in Dunwich who knew of the great old ones and who desired power and knowledge above all else. The earth be damned. I know that we should have burned that wretch's journal, but thanks to its contents, I know that how we can stop them. We are the only ones who can. Now quickly, help me with this solution. The powder is the key. Yes, the powder is the only way. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Henry Armitage survived the Dunwich Legacy. If Dr. Henry Armitage's card is not already an investigator deck, any one investigator may choose to add that card to his or her deck. It does not count towards the investigator's deck size, so he's already in my deck. If the powder of Ibn Ghazi card is not already in an investigator's deck, any one investigator may choose to add that card to his or her deck. It does not count towards the deck size. Okay, so this card enters play with X amount of clues on it, where X is the number of characters who survived the Dunwich Legacy, and then move 1 clue from here to an exhausted brood of Yogg. I assume that I want to take this. That does not seem bad whatsoever. So, especially because we had a couple of people survive. So we're gonna go ahead and take it. I feel like if it's a choice, it's probably not a bad thing to put it in there. If Warren Rice, he actually was sacrificed. That's tough. That's real tough. If Dr. Francis Morgan is So Dr. Francis Morgan, thank you for everything you've done, Dr. Morgan says, taking count of your provisions and ammunition. Last time we needed some of that strange powder Armitage concocted to even see the beast that terrorized Dunwich. If there's more of those things out there, we're going to need that powder. I think I remember how we made it. In your campaign log, record that Dr. Francis Morgan survived the Dunwich Legacy. Then if Francis Morgan is not already an investigator's deck, we can add him to the deck. So Dr. Francis Morgan. Okay. We're gonna just continue reading. So Zebulon Watley. Dunwich had its fair share of oddities that Zebulon explains to you with a quavering voice, but I ain't ever seen anything as sick and twisted as this thing. He gives the creature's remains one last sickened glance before closing the door to the chamber behind him, shuddering. He locks eyes with you, his expression grim. Whoever done just gotta pay. That's all. I'll do all I can to help. We can add Zebulon Watley to our deck. So +1 brain, and then after we succeed on a brain test, we can draw a card. And then Earl Sawyer. I never could have made it if it weren't for you, Earl said with a stammer, shaking his hands repeatedly. If there's anything I can do to repay you, just ask right away. I ain't much of a fighter or anything, but I'll do all I can. Just don't make me look at anything like that beast again, all right? And then we can add Earl Sawyer to our deck. So it's +1 foot. And then after you evade an enemy, you can draw a card. I think that we don't necessarily want to add. Actually, let me make sure that was all. Yep, that was all. Okay, so let's think about this. So I have Warren or Armitage. I don't know if I want to add all of these. I think I may want to add some of them. But it's also like I want Peter, right? Like I want Peter as my ally. If I throw these in here, then it's more of a chance that I will get an ally, so that's nice. Okay, so he's a 4/1 and +1 strength. He's a 1/4 with +1 mind, and then Earl is a 3/2 and a +1 evade. I think Earl is probably out. I don't do a whole lot of evading. This is where charisma can really come. Yes. Oh, actually, should I? I can take charisma. It's a basic card. Well, this changes things. Is that something that we would want to do with this deck? Is take charisma, get the extra ally slot. Charisma costs 3 experience. I have 4, so. I don't know. That could be a good take. These allies seem really good. That's the other reason why I'm thinking about that, right? If I can grab like Dr. Francis Morgan and Peter onto the table at one time, then I have a buffer of 5/4. Charisma would be really good. I'll let other players give their input before I offer mine. Okay. I'm liking charisma. I think charisma maybe something good to take. Just because, I mean, yeah, I want more allies on the table. Yep. Okay. They're pretty strong investigators. I like the health soak on the punch guy. Yeah, I think Dr. Francis Morgan, I really like him. I think Earl is out. I don't think I want to fill my deck with Earl, mainly because I don't do a lot of evasion. And I'd rather be killing. So if I'm rather killing, I think Dr. Francis Morgan makes its way into my deck. Mainly just because +1 strength, and then I can, fuel the card draw, which, fuels Duke. +4 damage. So I like that. I like that. And I already have Armitage, which don't love. With Morgan and Dark Horse, you can punch at 6, which is the only thing you're missing, honestly. The only thing that I'm missing is hitting hard. Is that that's what you're saying? my brain. I think I'm definitely taking this. I'm definitely taking Morgan. I think the question now is, what about Zebulon? Mostly with Morgan, most of your swings without skill cards top out at 5, which isn't bad, but it could be a tad better. Okay. Yeah, and that's where I appreciate the experience coming in to talk, because I'm like, I don't actually know. Like, I have no idea how monsters scale throughout a campaign. So it's really beneficial to hear that, where it's like, okay, bump it up just a little bit more. I'm leaning towards not taking Watley. I have Peter, Francis, and Armitage in the deck, and I think I would, my ideal is to have Peter and Morgan on the table. Peter already has a significant amount of sanity soak, so Zebulon. So that's kind of what I'm leaning towards, is not taking Zebulon. What do we think about that? What do we think about the decision about, leaving him be and going forward with just Morgan, and then we have Armitage from a previous scenario? And then we're going to toss a flashlight to grab charisma. I think Zebulon is like an extra copy of that's very fair. That's very fair. So might as well increase the consistency of the card draw. Right, like it. And honestly, if I'm looking at this, I don't know if I really care which one I draw. Right, I think Peter's probably slightly better, gives me a +1 evade, and technically you can take an infinity, but you don't have to add them though. It's consistent at this expense of possible clogging. Yeah, but I mean, sanity is my weak spot, right? I'm sitting at 4. I do have a soak of 3 with Duke, but I'd rather not kill Duke. So I think 4. We'll throw him in there. We'll see how it goes. It could be horrible. It could be amazing. Who knows? I think, and then we have Peter to toss if we need to fuel Duke or whatever. But I do want to get one of these out pretty soon, just to have that. Okay, yep. So we're gonna take Zebulon. We're gonna take Francis. Sawyer, he didn't like seeing the scary stuff, so he's gonna stay around. He's gonna stay out of it, anyways. So we've got these. We've got Armitage, and we're tossing a flashlight for charisma, and we will carry over 1 experience, probably. Yeah, I think we're gonna just carry the experience. I'll take a look, but we'll do that here in a sec. Okay, so that was fun. That was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed understanding and knowing where it was going, kind of what I needed to do, how to prep. Like I really like Lord of the Rings. I really like Marvel, because I know how to play the different scenarios. And so replaying this was really fun. By the way, you didn't draw either of your weaknesses. Far less threat to handle because of that. That's very true. That is very, very true. Yeah, that was really nice to not draw the weaknesses. They were pretty buried too. So nice.